Hi guys, so for today's video I'm going to be talking about this very exciting little palette here. This is by INNISFREE. So this is generally kind of an eyeshadow palette, but you can also mix in like blushes and concealers and like eyeshadow eyebrow colors as well. So this one here that I've got is a 7 set, and you can also get a smaller 4 set or you can get a bigger 10 set. So the 4 set was about £4 British, and then this one here I've got here was about £9.50. So really not that expensive. The 10 set obviously a little bit bigger and a little bit more expensive, but I think it's quite reasonable, and you get to make up all your own different choices. So you get a good big sized mirror there as well, and then I've got on this side my eyeshadow colors, and then here I've got my face products. But like you can pick exactly what you want. So if you don't want a blusher, you can have extra, you can have all eyeshadow if you wanted to. So as you can see, I haven't done anything with my eyes yet, and I've also left out my blush and highlight. So I haven't tried any of the INNISFREE individual pots before. This is like a little magnetic case, so you get the individual little cases and you just take them out, and they've got a magnet on the back and you can put them in. So I thought I'd just try these out. So I'm going to do some swatches, and then I'm going to do try and do my eye makeup and finish off my face makeup with them today. So there you can see all the lovely colours. I'm going to start off swatching this one, and then I'm going to do this little box here first, because the top two over here are, that's a highlighter, let's swatch that one, but that one is a colour correcting. So that probably is, I'll show you, but it's more of a creamy consistency. So yeah, I'm going to start with this one first. I'm really excited about this colour because it looks lovely. So there is the first swatch. So as you can see, I mean, it's not super pigmented, but it's a pretty nice colour, and it's a lovely burnt red sort of shade. So now I'm going to try out this gold colour. And these do have names on them, but they're hidden on the back of the little pots. So I'll probably just put them up on the screen for you guys. So that is the second one. So again, it's fairly pigmented, and I like the colour. These are very nice warm colours. So I was perhaps expecting slightly more glitter, but I do really like these colours so far. So next I'm going to try out this neutral shade. So I'm not really expecting much to show up in this one, obviously, because it is such a neutral shade, because I got this to go as a base shade. Yeah, so you can really barely see that one, it's just there. Which, I mean, it's not super pigmented, but I didn't get it to be pigmented, so I wouldn't use it if I was trying to do like a cute pink eye look. I'd only use this like as a base shade, really. So then I'm going to swatch this one, which is the one I'm the most excited about. Lovely glittery colour here. So there we go, it's just that. So I mean, again, I would have liked it to be a bit more pigmented, but it's a lovely shimmery sort of, I don't know, like it's a lovely shimmery kind of colour. So I mean, I wouldn't use this as a colour by itself. I'd probably use it as a top coat. So I'm going to kind of create a little eye look with these today. So then I'll just show you guys the consistency of the little purple one here. So like if you can just see that on my finger there, it's like a cream. Now I'm just going to swatch this highlighter here. So that one, you really can't see that. I mean, that really doesn't show up much at all. I mean, I don't even know if you guys can see that there. So that's going to be a highlight, so I think it's going to be a very subtle highlighter. But again, sometimes it's kind of hard to tell, like even when you do swatches and then when you put them on your face and they just look completely different. So I'm still going to try that one out, probably just like do a little bit of highlighting around my face. So then the last one I'm going to swatch is this blusher here. So I think this is quite a baby pink colour. They didn't have a huge choice of blushes, but I think they're kind of getting in some more new ones fairly soon. They've got like a few little empty spots where it's like coming soon. So yeah, again, I mean, to be honest, the lighting here is not fantastic because I've got to use room lighting. So yeah, the swatches were a bit like disappointing, but I'm holding out hope for the eyes, because they're not super pigmented, but I'm hoping when I put them together I'll get like a nice soft eye look, because like a lot of the Korean like single eyeshadows aren't super pigmented. Like it's not the same as you might get with a lot of Western brands, because a lot of the time you do get like more shimmery pearly colors. So yeah, I'm going to try and do like a warm look and then see how that works. So I'm just going to take this little Eco Tools brush. I really like their brushes, man. They're really affordable. So I'm just going to do a little bit of a dusting. So I'm just going to do a little bit of a dusting on the upper cheeks here. It's definitely got a little sort of like shine to it. It's kind of catching the light. It's quite nice. It's blended in fairly nicely actually. So actually I'm thinking that may be slightly dark, although I'm wearing a very light foundation today. It's my Etude House, the all day cushion cover. I'll put a little link up if you want to see the video of like trying it out. I tried it out as part of my recent Etude House haul. So it is a little, maybe a little bit too strong on such a light foundation, but I think it would be quite nice if I was wearing a slightly darker foundation. So although I kind of want to try out the purple color correct because I'm wearing a dewy foundation, I'm not really sure that I would be actually able to do anything. So I think I'm going to save that, and I'll probably put it in a little get ready with me video fairly soon, just like to try it out, because I think it'd be quite nice to try it out a little bit under the eyes to try and brighten it up. But because I didn't want my shadows to catch, I've already done my under eyes. So yeah, I think I will leave that for the minute. But yeah, we're doing a little get ready with me videos soon. I have quite a few little bits of life updates to share with you guys, and some quite exciting trips planned abroad around Asia as well. So now I'm going to move on to the eyes, which is the most exciting part. So I feel very strange not having my eye makeup on. I normally always have my big eye makeup on. Also, if my voice is a little bit croaky today, please excuse it. I have genuinely managed to get a cold in Hong Kong, where it's like 30 degrees. I mean, I suppose there is quite fierce aircon. Oh yeah, I hope you guys can't hear the aircon too badly. I can film in the future without the aircon, but I may die because it's so hot here. Alright, so I'm just going to go in with a little Tuscan Hills brush. This is actually quite a sort of condensed brush, but I'm just going to use this a little bit to spread this. I'm just going to use this to spread this little transition colour. So when I tap the brush, there is quite a lot of fallout coming off. So it does make quite a bit of a mess, but it does look not too bad on the pigment on the brush. So let's just go in and do this. So I'm going to be quite honest, I'm not really sure I can see much of a difference. I'd say the art lid doesn't really look much different. So, I mean, when I prime my eyes, I do a little bit of concealer. Usually I can't even bother with actual eye primer. And then I just put a little bit of setting powder over the top. So I think you could probably use this in the place of a setting powder, but I don't think as an actual shade it really helps. I mean, at least on my skin tone. Obviously, if you've got a darker skin tone, this is going to show up quite nicely. But I think I've just managed to kind of accidentally match this pretty much exactly to my skin tone. So yeah, it's not really showing up much. It has got a slight pinkiness to it, but I think because my skin has quite a pink undertone anyway, it's not really showing up. So because I got quite warm ones, I'm going to attempt to do a sort of orange and gold look. So this may go interestingly. So I think I'm going to go in now with this warm orange colour. And like the colour has gone, look at the, like, it looks really pigmented on the brush there. So I'm going to give this a try now. I think I'm going to focus this, I'm going to mostly focus I think on the second half, and then I'll try blending it slightly more into the lids. So look, that looks pretty pigmented to me on the eye. Like not the most pigmented I've ever seen. but really not bad. I was expecting a lot worse from the swatches, to be honest. One thing I will say is that the colour is, like, if you can see, it's slightly patchy and it's not the easiest to work with. I like the colour, but it does go on a tiny bit patchy. I like that though. I like it's a nice sort of bright warm colour. I'm just gonna go in now and do the same on the other eye. I like that. That's quite a fun little colour there. So I'm actually going to take this little angled brush. It's more of an eyeliner brush really, but I like using this for my under eye. And I'm just going to take the same first two colours. So I'm going to see how the lighter colour works just as a little base colour for under my eyes. So I mean, so far I haven't really had too much problem with fallout actually on my face. Like, that's really not bad. It's quite a lot when I first like brushed it into the colour. It felt like there was quite a lot of fallout, but now actually like the fallout's not bad at all when it's actually you're putting it on the face. I think as long as you tap the brush off well. And I'm going to keep this bright red colour I think just to the end bit here underneath. So look there, you can see now I'm suddenly having a lot more fallout. I'm going to take a big fluffy brush just to wipe that away. I do like that underneath. Okay, so there's the base down now. So now I think I'm going to put a bit of this browny gold colour here onto the lid. I think would be quite nice. So I've just wet my brush a tiny bit. I'm going to try and see if that helps bring out the colour a little bit more. Ooh, I do like that actually over the red. That so far. So again, there's a little bit of fallout, but not too bad. But like, I'm really liking that gold. So I am gonna go and tidy this up around here. So like, it did get slightly messy, but I think it was really that red one which was perhaps slightly powdery. I'm just gonna take this one with the red colour again and just blend that in. Okay, so I am, like, especially this part of the lid, I am really loving that gold. So to finish off now, I've got this little bit of a pink here. So I think what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to take it to this sort of half outwards. So I'm going to leave this inner bit gold and just kind of blend it into a more pinky gold for the second half of the lid. So I'm actually just going to go back in with the same little wetted brush. So like, as I saw on the swatches, this is really kind of more of a pearly shimmer, whereas as you can see the gold one is much more pigmented. So I'm just going to take this one on this same brush again and just do a little bit under the eyes. Okay, so I'm just going to tidy that up now a second. So there is the eye look there. So I'm really actually quite happy with how pigmented they came out, those colours, especially the red and the gold. So the lighter pinky creamy one on me didn't really show up at all. But like I said, if you've got a different skin tone, then it should show up. It's just that I happen to match that one pretty much exactly to my skin tone. So since I've gone for quite a dramatic eye look, well, semi-dramatic eye look, I'm just going to finish this off with some mascara. So obviously if you prefer, you can add in, you know, sort of liquid eyeliner, you can put falsies on. I'm just going to put this on with mascara. So I've got here the L'Oreal Million Lashes. I love this mascara. This is kind of my go-to big mascara. So it does tend to leave a little bit of marks, particularly if you've got longer eyelashes like me. But I do just love it for just how big it makes your lashes look. So there is one eye, and you can just see, I feel like I'm wearing false lashes wearing this. I'm just going to do the other eye then. So there are the eyes done. So just to finish off the whole look, I'm just going to add a little bit of a lip tint. So I waited for the lip tint to see what colour I was going, so I'm going to put on now a red one to go with the lovely red colour from the palette. Okay, so there you have it. So that is my look using this cute little palette. So this, like I said before, retails for under £10. So you get to pick all the different ones. So you can have 7 different components, or you can have like 8 individual little shadows. So personally I think it's pretty good, and like the pigmentation, I'm happy with the pigmentation, and I think especially for the price as well, that this is a good deal. So yeah, I really liked this. So I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, please do hit the like and subscribe buttons below, and I will see you guys soon for more videos.